In this video, I'm going to give you a realistic daily routine that works for someone with ADHD. The first thing is the morning. It's the most important part of the day for me. I started this thing where as soon as I wake up, I don't check my phone. I just go for a walk. I just step outside, grab my phone, my keys, and go for a walk. Walking has been shown to just help you get your thoughts together, give you the endorphins, and it makes me think about the most important things I want to achieve that day. So after my walk, I have good dopamine, and then the next thing I do is check my phone. I want to see who's messaged me or reply to messages. I do intermittent fasting, so I don't have to think about food until the afternoon, which is good. So I spend my mornings either I go for exercise in the park or I get home and do a quick workout at home before I shower. So I've already worked out, I've showered, and I'm checking my phone, and this is how I start my day in the morning. So important not to touch your phone as soon as you wake up. You don't want outside thoughts or outside events. You just want to be in your own bubble. Think about all the things that are important to you before you check your phone. When you have ADHD, you know you're dopamine seeking more than other people. So it's a perfect time to throw in a YouTube video, listen to some music. I just do that. But what I do is try to start writing a to-do list for the most important things I want to achieve that day. So these are things I thought about during my walk, and now I want to write them down. It's so important to write things down so that when you're done with the task and actually get that dopamine from ticking it off. I try to keep my to-do list for the day as small as possible. This is something I've struggled with. It's so good to add tasks and add these nice things, but with ADHD, less is more. The less noise that you're seeing, the better. So knowing these are the most important things I want to get done today, I try to limit it to 3, maybe 4 things I want to get done that day. Another thing that helps me is just to get the ball rolling instead of overthinking the task or getting overwhelmed. Just starting with something small. How can I break down this task into the most minute elements? Anything worth doing is worth starting. So just starting. I need to tell myself that anything worth doing is worth starting. So I just begin. You don't have to have the perfect plan or make sure the whole task is done. Just start the task. And this helps me in my brain because when I start it, I can get momentum and just tells me that this thing that I'm doing is important. So the most important thing is just to start the task. When I'm done with the first task, I need to calm down dopamine. So I watch more videos, listen to some music, try to do something like that. You need to have maintenance tasks at this point. So it's very important to maybe walk around the house and do some cleaning, do some organizing. Maybe it's time for you to message a friend or get to those people that you haven't replied, check your emails. So it's good to kind of do maintenance tasks in the middle of the day. I set another task to do for my task list. I try to do these next 2 tasks after I've done the maintenance tasks. This would be around 4 p.m., 5 p.m. I'm kind of winding down with work from the day, very exhausted, and it's just time to embrace chaos. So I think from 5 p.m. to when I'm going to bed, I give my ADHD brain that time to chaos. I can be watching movies, scrolling on my phone. I just know from 5 p.m. I can allow myself to do whatever I feel like. Sometimes because I've already started working, I get some momentum to do more research work, but I just give myself, hey, after 5 p.m., you can just do anything. You don't have to write it down. You don't have to write it down. You don't have to be super specific. Then I try to have a cutoff point by 10 p.m. By 10 p.m., I make sure I have an alarm on my phone that rings by 10 p.m. And this is to notify me, okay, now it's time to reduce the chaos. It's time to start winding down for bed. I want to if I'm watching a movie, I just know if I'm scrolling on social media, I just know at some point I have to give my brain the ability to get bored because it takes me such a long time to go to bed. So by 10 p.m., I start winding down. From 9 p.m., no food, no dopamine seeking tasks. I just try to wind down. Of course, it's impossible to just completely cut everything off, but I just know when that alarm goes off or when I know it's 9 p.m., it's time to just start winding down. And then I try to get to bed or be in bed by 11 p.m. Maybe I can play some music on my phone or have some background noise. It's really hard for me to sit in silence with my ADHD, but just maybe a movie on my phone or some background noise. But I know I'm just reducing the level of dopamine, and then I struggle to fall asleep. But I'm trying these new techniques to help me sleep better. But that is my day in a nutshell. I hope this helped someone with ADHD.